Hello boys and girls, welcome to my video of King's Quest 3 with English commentary. And, well, this entire game revolves about this guy, the evil wizard Manannan. Let's watch the introduction first, shall we? And yes, I will recite it just like I did with the Space Quest games. Gwydion is a lonely lad of 17 who has lived for as long as he can remember with the evil and cruel wizard by the name of Manannan, and that went too fast for me to read. Manannan treats the poor boy like a slave, ordering him about, constantly threatening him, refusing to get him. Yeah, then I skip the intro because that is pointless. Here I don't have to worry about the timer. Because I didn't watch the intro entirely, Manannan will now appear and give me a random task. Now, as I have a few minutes to waste before I actually can come to full action, I will perform all tasks that he may come up with. He now says my office is dusty, clean it at once. The other could be to empty his pot, his pissing pot to be exactly. Cleaning the kitchen could be another task, and that will always be the task if you watch the entire intro, and then he won't appear here. And feeding the chickens. Let's increase the speed, shall we? While cleaning the kitchen is simple, just get the duster from the safe and the rest will happen automatically. Now you can see that in the score bar there's a timer running. This timer is very important as the wizard will react on it. And once it reaches 5 minutes exactly, then the wizard will go on a journey. Yeah. And that will finally allow me to move more freely. You take the loaf of bread, the fruit, and a mutton chop. Now I can eat it myself, but I am advised not to do so. As the wizard will demand food, and when I'm out of it, he will kill me. You retrieve the clay ball from the kitchen shelf and take it with you. Well, if he orders to clean the kitchen, then it's just get broom, and once again the task itself will be performed fully automatically. I guess with that I have everything. I don't need this bucket, I think. It's of no use. And there we see Manana's cat. It hates me. And there is one spot in the game that he can even be a downright killer. Well, if the wizard orders me to feed the chickens, then this is the place to be. And lastly, he could order me to clean his fishing pot. Well, that is. Wrinkling your nose in disgust, you throw the smelly contents of the chamber pot out of the open window. What a way to make a living. Now there are some other items in this room, but I don't want to get them just now. Now this is my own area, and this is actually the only place where I can get without being bothered by the wizard. And now I simply have to wait until the wizard appears, because everything I do now is something that the wizard must not know about, and he appears at any spot at random. But as long as I'm not doing anything that will upset him. Now, with some minor violations, he will just punish me, and that gives me a time penalty. However, if he punished me for the 6th time, he will kill me. And there are a few things, and I will get in that as soon as he has appeared to go on a journey, which should happen in 10 seconds now. For which he will kill me on the spot when he sees I'm doing it. Well, then, I've decided to take a journey. Now I have about 25 minutes to get most of the stuff done without the wizard noticing. So, wish me a luck on that one, as there is quite a lot to do in that time. Let's first check up the tower here. You pick up the dead fly and drop it in your hand. Disgustedly, you look at it. I don't want to carry around a dead fly, you think. Picking off its wings, you throw the rest away. And if I take a look at my inventory now, you can see fly wings, and you see that it is marked with an asterisk. If I have any of those items in my possession when the wizard appears, he'll kill me. You put your eye to the glass. It amazes you how near everything seems. You can even see the squirrels climbing in faraway trees. No wonder the wizard knows all activities in Ludor. Now let's see what the wizard all hides in. In the vanity drawer are many uninteresting items, although the wizard's hand mirror may come in handy. You grab it, then close the drawer. You find baubles and trinkles which do not interest you. Suddenly your eye falls on something that does. a vial labeled rose petal essence, which you eagerly take. Always fun to do, although I would never do that with a real cat. I mean, I'm a cat owner myself. I love cats, although I hate this particular one. You're startled to discover an ancient parchment scroll. Its ink has faded, but it seems to be a map. Taking this treasure, you leave everything else exactly as it was. Well, let's close the closet. The wizard doesn't have to know that I was sneaking through his stuff. Now, the wizard does hide a few secrets inside his own office, but that is not important right now. Well, let's see. Yeah, that is quite some stuff I got now. And this is, of course, what Shera games are infamous for. But I wonder, did I? No, I did not. I'll be back soon, as I once again forgot to probably configure the save game directories. And we're back. Yeah, this is a bit of a nasty thing. The device I use for the save games did suddenly get changed by DriveLetter some time ago, and not all ScumVM games I have been properly reconfigured for that. Anyway, here you see the thing that King's Quest is also very much feared for. Mountain passes, yes, and one false step and I will fall to my death. I paused the game because, of course, this game is very strictly timed. Like I said, during the time that that Manannan is on journey, which takes about 25 minutes, I am free to do whatever I want, wherever I want. However, the wizard must never find out. So, all items that I obtain marked with a star, if the wizard sees I have those, he will kill me. Now don't worry, there is a quick way to get rid of all of them without losing them, so that the wizard won't see them. If the wizard finds out that I've been messing with stuff in his office, and I will show you later what things those are, he will kill me. He also has a secret laboratory. I haven't been there yet. I will get there. I will get to that later. If he finds me in that laboratory, he will kill me. Now I can't go down this mountain into the forest and into what basically must serve as a kind of town. If he catches me here, he will basically send me back to the castle. Catching me here too much will also get me dead. However, if he catches me now, he will of course kill me because I have forbidden items with me. So basically, I have 25 minutes to get all the stuff I need done. And to make sure that the wizard won't find out, to cover up all my traces. And then the wizard will be back. As soon as he is back, he will demand food. And after that I have another 5 minutes. And then he will go to sleep, and then I once again have 25 minutes to get stuff done. And if he wakes up, he will also demand food. Well, you know that I have 3 pieces of food. After that, he will once again take a journey and demand food. And if I haven't gotten my stuff done by then, I am most likely doomed. Now I know what I have to do to get all the stuff done, so it's not really that much trouble. I actually plan to get rid of the wizard for once and for all, even before he goes to bed. Well, let's put the game to slow, so I can. Now I have good news and bad news about this pass. About this pass. The way down does only have to be taken once. After that, it will be recorded on the magic map that I stole from the wizard's bedroom. However, the map can't get me back up to the castle itself. The magic map is a quick transportation device, but it doesn't cover everything. Let's. Well, this rock is pretty nasty, especially on the way back up, which I'm always supposed to take on, because I then cannot see where I am. Well, that settles part of that. I'm not out of the woods yet, or in this case off the mountain, as one misstep is still fatal at this point. Of course, the mountain wall can't kill me, so that's. Well, made it. Now I must be very wary. There are a few spots in which I can be robbed. Now I can recover my items, but it only takes a lot of time. So. Yeah, I do need some acorns here, but I have only use for dried ones, apparently. Now, let's save before I enter the desert. The most hideous looking being has made its appearance. It's Medusa. Yeah. Note how I am looking to the east. If I was looking in any other direction, I would have been petrified myself. Averting your eyes, you aim the wizard's hand mirror at Medusa's face. A scream pierces through the air as she beholds her own hideous reflection. Then, nothing. You dare to look. Medusa has turned herself into stone. Retrieve the dried snakeskin from the hot desert sand. It is delicate and could easily crumble. Yeah, those lizards won't do much now. Well, when you go too far south, you will end up north and vice versa. However, to the west is a desert going endlessly, and to the east is... Let's try it again. Yeah, I already thought. As soon as those thieves appear, just use the magic map. And of course, only locations where I have been do appear. That doesn't really matter. Any location will do, as long as it's not the same location as where I was. And so I escaped those freaking thieves. There are 4 places where they can appear. This one, because this is where their hideout is hidden. The one here to the east, north and south, only the desert spot is safe when it comes to these adjacent spaces. Well... Da-da-da-da-da. There seems to be somebody moving around inside the treehouse. Well, if it says that, then you should not enter, but just leave and come back. You can see very little of the interior from here, but there seems to be a figure sleeping on the chair. Very good. This is a rather precise job. You have entered the bandits' hideout. One of them is sleeping at a small table. Well, you can see a chest there. If I'm correct, I never tried it out. You can recover your inventory there, should it ever get stolen. But what I really need here is that purse. You very carefully lift the coin purse off the table, practically out under the sleeping bandit's nose. Well, another attempt then. I guess those acorns have to wait. The stuff I need it for is not required to get rid of the wizard, which is actually my prime concern. Well, let's stand in the brook and with a wooden spoon, you kneel and scoop up a spoonful of wet mud from the stream's bank. You carry it with you. And this is the so-called spider cave. I cannot do anything with it when I try to enter the cave. A huge spider will appear and eat me. You fill your cup with ocean water. You search among the hanging mistletoe until you find a sprig that has dried. You break it off and carry it with you. Well, and we see a small village here to the north. The tavern will be a later concern. Let's for now just enter the store. Good day to you, young man, greets the storekeeper. What can I do for you? Let's first get some dog fur. You need to be closer. As you pet him, Kenny licks your hand and thumbs his tail in appreciation. A small wad of dog fur collects in your hand, and you chuck it into your pocket for later use. The shelves are filled with all sorts of useful items. There are a few items of particular interest to you. Leather pouches, salt, fish oil, and lard. Well, I need all 5 of them. You have purchased the finest pouch in the land, the friendly storekeeper informs you. That will be 1 gold coin. What else can I get for you? Fish oil. Hmm. A wise purchase, sir, says the balding storekeeper. You will find no better fish oil in the land. That will be 1 gold coin. No. Let's see. Leather pouch I have, fish oil I have, lard I have, salt. Still 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. I get in confusion because fish oil is on 2 lines. Well, and that is all I need from the store. And yeah, well, this house also contains something that I will need. Let's first check if there is somebody at home. You peer through the window, but the inside is dimly lit, and you cannot make out any details. Right, they were home. Scram, growls Papa Bear. We are not interested. Well, that is just a matter of... This is very irritating. Because I think that the bear family is still home. And I really need something that is inside there. Now the table is empty. Sometimes the stuff is on there when I get back. You open the drawer and among the clothes you see a pretty silver thimble. Let's see, do I have the thimble? Unfortunately, the table is still empty. Let's see. Yes, and now there are 3 bowls of porridge. And now I do need to check something before I carry on. For you see, I need to create some magic recipes next. And let's see if I get everything. 1/2 cup of mandrake root powder. That is in the lab. 1 small ball of cat hair. Yeah. I don't remember if I noticed, but I forgot to take the cat hair when the game was still wrongly configured. But I got it when I replayed the stuff in order to catch up uh, for the stuff I'm recording now. Cat hair is just simple. Just grab Menonet's cat and get his hair. 2 spoonfuls of fish oil. Well, I have it. And the magic wand, which I should not have right now. So basically, I have what I need to get rid of the wizard. What is not noted there is the porch. And what will I do? Yeah, well, that will be explained soon enough. Now, yeah, my real cat is now begging for food. And she's right. It is time to feed her. So, now that the game is paused anyway, if you excuse me, I will be right back. Well, my cat has her food. And now just another moment as I am making myself some coffee now, but I have to wait until the water is hot. Which overall happens rather quickly. that's all that. Like I said, I have all the stuff I needed to do to get rid of Menanin, so let's head back to the castle to get at least that all done. Do I really have something to do? Well, perhaps I can make sure that I have the entire map explored first, because I got more time than I expected to have. So we might as well use that. Okay. That's not really how I planned things. I can still have a small swim. Where am I? There am I. Well, and well, before I take the mountain pass up, and now everything should be on the map. Ah, there's an eagle. I hope it drops a feather. Yes, it does. Because I will need that feather later on. So. And it is really a matter of pure luck if the eagle drops by or not. Well, like I said, this is always the trickier part, as I really cannot see that well what I'm doing there. Of course, it doesn't really matter if you are playing the game fast or slow, the timer will always be as fast. So if you prefer to have the game in the slow setting, you should take the timer in mind. Let's see. The magic desk. Yes, I know where to look. There was. And now suddenly I'm in a hurry, as I only have 10 minutes to get things done before the wizard comes back. Yes, now I have the brass key. Okay, you don't want my coffee. You unlock the open cabinet using the brass key. Inside you find the wizard's magic wand. You take it with you, knowing it could mean death if we find is missing. Before you replace the book, you'd better shut the trapdoor. Yes, certainly. If this trapdoor is open and the wizard should return, I'm dead. This is the way to the secret lab that I mentioned earlier. Why doesn't he go down the stairs? What the fuck is this? Some loading error or something? I don't know. Will it work now? I really don't know what's going on there. It must be a bug or something. Let's close the hatch and try it again. I've never seen this happen before. Yes. What's going on here? Why doesn't he fucking go down the stairs? Something is really fucked up here. I really don't understand this at all. This never happened to me before. But this is taking valuable time. And this has never happened to me in neither the original DOS version as in playing this in ScumVM. So I really don't understand what's going on here. Well, I guess that is the end of this video, as I can't play on as long as this is not fixed. Well, boys and girls, I had no choice but to cheat my way around this, and luckily there was a feature in ScumVM that allowed me to directly make myself into the lab where I'm supposed to be. Well, and let's just play on the game like nothing has happened. By the way, if you get in the situation yourself that I was in, hit the right Alt button and then D, and then you will get the ScumVM debug screen, and simply type room 9, and then you will end up at the top of the stairs. If you are playing in the real AGI interpreter, then you can also press Alt D, and then it will give you the version of the AGI interpreter, and then you can use the command TP and then hit enter, and then it will ask the room number, and then it's also number 9. Well, talked enough already. One note, and that is not about cheating or anything, but about fair play. On the top of the stairs, it could be that the cat would be waiting for you, and if you touch it, then you will fall off the stairs and die. It's maybe the only place where it can kill you. Well, let's take a look at the shelf. You curiously gaze at the strange jars of ingredients, the animal and human bones and other odd implements which line the rows of shelves. You see jars of ingredients resting on labeled shelves. Shelves bearing such ghastly names as powdered fish bone, nightshade juice, mandrake root powder, saffron, toad spittle, and toadstool powder. Now let's toadstool spittle. What more do I need? Oh yeah, the mandrake. And what was that last thing? Toadstool powder. Well, and let's let's leave that one be. Damp. And then you see here the big book. Let's see, is there anything interesting in this shelf? The same stuff. Covered with gold trimmings, the book's leather cover is cracked and worn. Its page is yellow and brittle. The title, however, is clear: The Sorcery of Old. You eagerly thumb through page after page, what you assume to be magic formulas. The ink of old handwriting is faint and barely readable. Most of the formulas are indecipherable, but a few are in a language you know. You treat the old book with great care. As you can tell, it contains recipes for some very old and powerful magic spells. Your hands shake as you realize this book could be the key to escape from the evil Manannan. Now, before I get on with this book, um, this entire game is actually the copy protection. Because everything circles around this fucking book, and all the recipes are in a booklet that you get when you have an original copy of the game. Now, luckily, I have them all digitized. And the one that I am going to focus on now will be not too much. Transforming another into a cat, which is page 25, and I must enter that in Roman numbers. Mandrake roots, check. Cat hair, check. Fish oil, check. Magic wand, check. Well, then let's get this show on the road. With trembling hands, you turn the pages of The Sorcery of Old and prepare to follow its instructions precisely. You know, you must work with the utmost care. Every step is critical. Each must be done in the proper way, in the proper sequence. You tremble in anticipation. Yeah, this fucking music always gets me annoyed. So I will turn it off. Let's see. Put the mandrake root powder in the bowl and the cat hair in the bowl. Those two are the first steps. And then the next instructions. 2 spoons of fish oil. And then mix the mixture with a spoon. Yeah. You pour the fish oil into the bowl and keep the empty jar. Stir mixture with spoon. You mix the ingredients together. The mixture turns into an oily, disagreeable duff of cat hair sticking out of it. Then the next steps. Okay, put the duff onto the table and pat the duff into a cookie, and then I must recite a verse. But first, put duff on table and pat it into cookie. Well, I must recite the verse exactly. Mandrake root and hair of cat. Mix oil of fish and give a pat. And apparently I did it wrong. I should always save before doing that last step. Let's say two spoons of fish bone and stir. Put two. Let's see. How did I actually? 2 spoons, yeah. And now save. And now, once again, mandrake root and hair of cat. Now, it doesn't really mind between lowercase and uppercase. Commas and dots can be ignored, but they just act as spaces, but the number of spaces is count. Mix oil of fish and give a pat. A feline to the one who eats. And what the fuck did I type wrong? And then a feline from the one who eats this appetizing magic treat. Well, that settles that. Of course, this cat cookie will turn the one who eats it into a cat forever. However, the cat cookie, let's see, where is it? Yes, you can see it here, next to my mouse pointer, is a start item. So that means that, of course, we can do a little trick here. Just for fun, I just saved. You're contentedly enjoying your new life as a cat. That is, of course, a game over, but it was... Of course, you could hardly see it, so let's do it in the open. Alright, look. Well, and now I do have a few minutes in which I can set things right left. So let's check some of the other recipes. Understanding the language of the creatures. A small feather from a bird. This could be either the eagle feather or a chicken feather. However, as I need the eagle feather for something else, I prefer the chicken feather. A tuft of fur from any animal. Check. That will be the duck fur I need for that. One dried reptile skin. Check. I found that in the desert. Fish bone. I got that too. A symbol of dew. Ah, crap. I forgot the dew, but that is... And a magic wand. Well, since I don't have to do right now, this will have to wait. By the way, this recipe was also optional. Flying like an eagle or a fly. Well, that one is one required to finish the game. A tail feather from any eagle. Check. Fly wings. Check. But those two. A pinch of saffron. Got that. Petal essence. Check. And a magic wand. This is one of the shortest recipes around here, and that is page 4. Yeah, my cat is begging me for attention. Well, let's get that show on the road then. Yeah. Well, before... You carefully sprinkle the precious saffron into the vial of rose essence, and then I already get to recite the verse, and... Oh, winged spirits, set me free of earthly bindings, just like thee. In this essence, behold the might to grant the precious gift of flight. Apparently, I made a mistake there. And let's check that last line again. To grant the precious gift of flight. Grant was with a T, wasn't it? Yeah. Well, that was definitely the easiest recipe of all. Teleportation at random. Well, for that I need an amber stone, which I cannot get that at this stage of the game. Causing a deep sleep. Yeah, I still don't have those beeping acorns. Transforming another into a cat. That one is done. Brewing a storm. Cup of ocean water. Spoonful of mud. Pinch of toadful powder. A magic wand and one empty jar. Well, I have that empty jar. Left because I had a leftover jar from the cat cookie recipe. So I can do this, and that's a pretty long number. 84 in Roman numbers. Now let's now before I move on, because this is the one in which I have to use a brazier, isn't it? Yes. And becoming invisible requires that too, doesn't it? No. Apparently it does not. There are two recipes requiring me to use a brazier. And the other causing a deep sleep, and I don't have the recipe for that yet. So basically I can better wait for this one. Otherwise the brazier will be out of fuel. And then I'll be in trouble. So, and the wizard will get back in 7 minutes anyway, and the cat is blocking my way. Well, let's see if getting into the lab is still not working. No, it still isn't. Let's see. But it doesn't work now either. Well, then I know that I have to oh, of course you don't want the wizard to be suspicious. And of course replace the magic wand exactly the way I found it. Like I said, the wizard will kill me if he sees I have it. Of course, yes, I already got the poison torch. And all the other forbidden objects can be hidden under my bed. That the wizard can't find them. Of course, I can also hide the magic wand there, but then he will find it missing and kill me. Of course, I should take the porridge, as I will need that to get rid of. You look into the cracked mirror hanging on the wall. Your reflection shows a tall, handsome lad dressed in dirty rags. Well, basically, it's now just wasting time. Let's see what he says about this mirror. Imperfections in the glass make your reflection wavy. Nevertheless, your wrecks show up all too clearly. But though in rags, your face is handsome and your body strong. You can see most of the countryside from Ludo from this vantage point. And basically, it's now just a matter of waiting until the evil wizard returns. I really wish I could have done those other 2 spells, but yeah, well, 3 spells actually. That acorn was just bad luck that I didn't find any dried ones. And the jewel, that was just stupidity. As I merely forgot that. Well, that's just... Well, perhaps I can do some tasks. Maybe it pleases the wizard if he knows I've been working. Or at least you always hope so. Since after all, the wizard doesn't really care about my hard attempts to please him. Basically, he just gets angry when I don't do his bidding. Dum-de-dum-de-dum, dum-de-dum-de-dum, dum-dum-de-dum-de-dum-de-dum-dum-dum. And that settles that. 3 more minutes. 2 more. And let's clean up his desk. Yes, kitty, you are sweet. Yeah, my cat is begging me for attention. Well, at least it shows she loves me, or at least I'd like to believe so. And, well, let's feed the chickens. And, well, that's done all the work. And, well, let's just save the game here. And, well, not brewing a storm, but 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, -1, -2, -3, -4, -5. I have returned, Gwydion, and I'm ready to eat. Yeah, I forgot I turned off the sound because of that fucking music. Oh, I got the poison porridge, so let's. Bananan is impatiently waiting for his food. His stomach rumbles as he drums his gnawed fingers on the table. You'd better feed him quickly, or dire consequences may result. That's. He placed the food on the dining table before the hungry wizard. Ravenously he devours every bit of it. You fooled him. Bananan didn't realize the porridge was tainted and ate the whole bowl. Congratulations, Bananan will never enslave you or the people of Ludor. At last, you're free! Bananan will never annoy anyone again. Well, for now I am free. But that doesn't mean I have all the time in the world. There is an event that will trigger some pirates to come, and when I wait too long they will be gone without me, leaving me stuck forever. Well, let's. Um, it's. I thought most points are out of the way. And now let's hope I can get the acorns at last. It is really. Do I already have some acorns? The fuck? No. Then I should have all the stuff that I need. Then let's get up the mountain to get the last stuff done. How I hate this part. And trust me, it will get worse. Yeah, and this time it no longer warns me about the wizard potentially killing me if I get the wand. Now I expect that. And now it suddenly works. Did the wizard put some magic spell on it before or something crazy like that? I don't know. I really don't know if this is a bug in Scum VM or in the script that it didn't work earlier, but well, who cares? Well, and now to check the sorcery of old. Acorns check, nightshade, wand, and an empty pouch. And of course, brewing a storm once again. The ingredients: ocean water, mud, toadstool powder, and a magic wand. Yes, empty jar. Well, I should have everything. And then well, let's. Kitty, you are sitting in my way. Well, let's see the first step. Grind the acorns in the mortar and put the acorn powder in bowl. Putting the dried acorns into the stone mortar, you use the pestle to grind them into a rough acorn powder. Well, let's and then the nightshade juice. Yes. Now, I really thought that I had that stuff, but now that's not really a big problem, as that very ingredient happens to be here in this very secret lab. Problem solved. Well, turn to page You very carefully pour a cupful of nightshade juice into the clay bowl so as to not spill a single drop. There's now an ugly brown mealy liquid mixture in the bowl. You gently stir the unappetizing liquid. Let's see, what is the next direction? Yeah. And that is always a bit of a nasty. Yeah, of course I don't know which step this was, so let's just say my directions in the instructions are a bit unclear on that, and that's how can you do that appeared. And what the fuck? No, normally prepositions are ignored, and then suddenly it's, oh yeah, I forgot the word powder. What the now it's really getting on my nerves. Of course, no, not bull motor, but whatever. And I really got to get my cat away, as it is distracting me and also getting on my nerves. Sorry, Kitty, but I have to remove you now. Just a moment. Well, at least that gives me... And now... Yeah, she was sitting right at the place where... Right, and now I know that I have to light the brazier. Yes, that is. You gently place the clay ball of ugly brown liquid on the charcoal brazier. Soon the hot brazier brings the mixture to a bubble, then a boil, releasing a bitter smelling steam. You let it boil until the nightshade juice is nearly gone, then remove it from the brazier. Well, now let's check the recipe. Okay, now I need to spread the mixture onto the table and to recite the verse. Well, that is always a good moment to save. Spread mixture table. Acorn powder, ground so fine. Nightshade juice like bitter wine. Silently in darkness you creep. Last line. Oh, I hate the fucking music. To bring us some horrific sleep. And lastly, yeah, put sleep powder in pouch. And then now for real brewing a storm. And before I get onto that, because I must be quick about this or my brazier will be out of fuel. There is brewing a storm. Ocean water check, spoonful of mud check, toadstool powder check, magic wand check, and the empty jar. Well, which I've still had from the cat cookie. Well, and first let's turn that fucking music off. And now to read the instructions. Carefully you pour the cup of ocean water into the mixing bowl. And now I need the brazier, as I need to heat bowl on brazier. Being cautious not to burn yourself, you gently place the bowl of ocean water on the hot charcoal brazier. You watch as the salt water slowly warms and then begins to steam. You remove just before it boils. Next step. Put spoon of mud in bowl. Turn the water a cloudy brown. And then, let's see, pinch of toadstool powder. I'll put, add a pinch of toadstool powder. And now let's save the game as my next action. Leaning over the hot blue, you forcefully blow your longest breath of air into the bowl, rolling the brew around and around. And now time to recite a verse. Elements from the earth and sea combine to set the heavens free. When I stir this magic brew, great God Thor, I call on you. Well, after reciting verses, it's always waving the magic wand. And then I have to do one more thing. Yeah. Put storm brew into jar. Luckily, misspelled words that it doesn't recognize won't make the spell go wrong. Waiting until the liquid has cooled, you carefully pour the store broom into the empty glass jar. And that takes care of that one. Now let's check which recipes I still have. Understanding the language of the creatures should still be done. Fly like an eagle off on a fly. Check. Teleportation at random is not yet possible. Deep sleep I have. Transforming another into a cat, well, the wizard is already gone. Brewing a storm. Becoming invisible is one I definitely need. But let's also do understanding the language of the creatures. That is a very nice way to get some extra information. As the animals in this game know stuff. You know you must work with utmost care. Every step is critical. Each must be done in the proper way, in the proper sequence. You tremble in anticipation. Yeah, well, let's have a look at the recipe. Directions. You place the soft, downy chicken feather into your clay mixing bowl. You put the tuft of the dog hair into the clay bowl. Yeah, my cat goes in protest now. I'm sorry, Kitty, but you are really in my way. Put snake skin in bowl. Well, let's see the next step. Yeah, you're all ears now, Gwydion, but what the fuck did I do wrong? Yes, that is the chicken feather, dog fur. Let's save now and memorize that it is the snake skin that I did last. I did first have to add the powdered fish bone. The powdered fish bone is a spoonful of. Then the dough. So I missed one step, and that's why it went wrong. And mix with hands. And next is the verse. So let's see. Feather of fowl and bone of fish. Molded together in this dish. Give me wisdom to understand creatures from or creatures of air, sea, and land. Well, basically, I now have the dove in ears. The only object I can make with this book that isn't marked with a star is also the only object that I can never get rid of in any way. And it can also not be stolen from me. I'm sorry. So basically, because that stuff is just put in my ears, and now basically I can understand what animals are saying. Important to note is that the animals won't understand me. So that is. And well, lastly, and what page was becoming invisible? $169. Well, invisibility ointment is what I'm going to make now. Cut cactus with a knife. Let's see. Grabbing one of the measuring spoons from the oaken table, you grasp the split cactus in your hand and squeeze it until you have a spoonful of cactus juice. The small cactus is quite devoid of liquid now, so you toss it away. Next step. Put cactus juice in bowl. Yes, the next step. Add, again, 2 drops of touch petal. And apparently I have been doing something wrong, so let's start all over. Well, what the fuck? Perhaps. Now stop fucking with me. Put cactus juice in bowl. Well, let's remember the cactus juice is now in the bowl. Ah, I forgot the lard. And then the next step, add 2 drops of toad spittle. And now I have the last step before reciting the verse. Yes, and cactus, plants, and horny toad. I now start down a dangerous road. Combined with fire and mist to make... That could not be correct. Combine with fire and mist to make... mist to make me disappear without a trace. Well, and that the battery has burnt all the charcoal and it's now cool. That doesn't really matter, as I don't need it anymore. I got all the spells I need. I can come back here for teleportation at random, if I desire. I could do that too for completeness sake, but it is not really necessary. Well, since the wizard is gone, no more need to cover up my traces, so let's immediately get down to business. And now go to that spider cave. Let's turn on the sound. You swoop close to the spider web and find the huge spider guarding the entrance. Taking her into your beak, you vow to get rid of her for once and for all. Well, that takes care of that one, huh? Your magic spell is wearing off. You have entered the cave of the Oracle. You are almost afraid to speak. The Oracle remains silent for a long time. Finally, you hear a hollow voice that seems to come from far away. I've been waiting for you a long time, Gwydion. I have sorrowful news for you. Years ago, a terrible three-headed dragon invaded Daventry and keeps people in a state of terror. This meat monster requires once a year the sacrifice of a young maiden. Sadly, your own sister, Princess Rosella, is the chosen one this year. Time is running out for her, your parents, and Daventry. You, Gwydion, the hollow voice continues, are the only one who can save them. But you must hurry. I have something to give you. A small stone of ember. Use it wisely, my friend. The oracle grows silent again and seems to fall into a deep sleep. You attempt to thank the oracle, but the oracle does not respond. Well, uh, then I can now create the last thing that I can use that book for. Although it is an optional item, frankly, I think it's absolutely useless. It's teleportation at random. Of course, I shouldn't be too eager to get this done. And of course, I don't have to go up all the way anymore. But if I want that spell, it is the last time I have to go up this mountain, but there will be more later in the game. But you'll see for that yourself later, and I actually get to do that stuff. The chickens pay no attention to you. Remember Gertrude, one of the chickens reminisces? Remember how one day the old wizard came out and got her? Oh, I know, clucks the other. It was horrible. I hear she ended up in a stew. I can't bear to think about it. As I said, the animals know things. And the cat is gone. Uh, let's see. Teleportation at random, and that is page. Oh, page 7. No, I don't want that fucking music. Let's see. Temp. I need to. One spoon of salt in the mortar. You place a spoonful of coarse salt grains into the mortar. Then, using the stone pestle, you grind the salt until it's very fine. next. Grind mistletoe in mortar. Placing the dried sprig of mistletoe in the stone mortar, you crush it with a pestle. Soon you have crushed a mixture of salt and of mistletoe in the mortar. You remove the pestle and lay it aside. Yes, well, and the next with this kiss I thee impart power most dear to my heart. Now I must check the rest of the verse. Take me now from this place hider to another place far tighter. That was how to spell it, wasn't it? Yes. Now, and then if I rub the stone, I can just basically end up anywhere. But there's no telling where it will be. You hear one chicken say to the other, I feel so sorry for the boy. The old wizard treats him miserably. Yes, dear, replies the other one, but you ought to worry about your own neck. Look at the situation we're in. Now let's have one more trip into the desert. These lizards may also provide me some information. At least, I hope. Hurry up about it. They're just lizards scurrying across the desert floor. They can't understand you. They're just moving away, huh? Well, I'm not going to linger here too long, because, like I said before, I am on a time limit from the very moment I entered the Oracle's cave. The lizards do not seem very talkative. Well, anyway, they could, at some point, reveal that my name is not Gwydion, but actually Prince Alexander. And this was a kind of a nasty trick that many people fell for. It could share a lot of angry letters, even a few bad reviews, as people thought that this game had nothing to do with Graham, who was the hero in the first two King's Quest games. However, they were fooled, as it would turn out that I am Sir Graham's son. What shall we do with the drunken sailor? What shall we do with the drunken sailor? What shall we do with the drunken sailor early in the morning? One of the rowdy seamen yells to the barmaid, Wench, come over here with some more rum. The sailors peer at you through their bleary eyes and continue swilling their rum. One, who looks like the captain, pauses and drunkenly slurs, "Aye, me bucko! Be ya wanting patches on me ship? What's you running from? Ah, no matter, as long as you got gold. Let's see how much you got." As you bring out the purse, the captain snatches it from your hand and says, "Aye, lad, it seems you do have a wee bit of gold. It's less than me regular fare, but I'll give you passage anyways. We'll be waiting for you at the wharf, but not for long." The captain and his men down their rum in one long draught and then leave the tavern. "Watch it, fella." The Buxom barmaid has an air of hard determination. You get the feeling that she doesn't take any guff from anybody. He tosses her head and replies, "What'll it be for you, sir? A good pull of ale or rather dram of rum? My, aren't you the handsome one?" As the gangplank is drawn, you hear the captain shout to his men, "Take his thing and put him in the old until I figure out what to do with him." You have the sneaking suspicion that you might have made a big mistake. These are pirates. Nothing like a little salt air to perk up a boy's spirits. All things being equal, you might have enjoyed this ocean voyage. However, you have found your accommodations to be slightly less than satisfactory. Yeah, well, of course I'm in trouble now. This sea voyage takes over half an hour. That is many times more than I need to get all the stuff that I need to do here done. But of course, I'm pretty sure they only did it to make sure that the wizard would come and get me if I didn't take care of him yet. Well, what is important to note now is except for my Davaniers, my entire inventory has been stolen. And I must time this quite right. Because if I'm caught here by the captain, I'm dead. Well, that's one thing done. One other thing. Well, the captain is right now in his study, but that doesn't matter anymore. As long as I don't enter it, he won't see me. Let's see. Yes, and just let's go down. And now all I got to do is wait for half an hour. I can listen to the rats, thanks to my Darwiniers. After all, they can still provide some information. You know the pirate's buried treasure? You hear one of the mice say to the other. What about it? Asked the second mouse. Says the first. Well, I just heard the captain talking about it with one of his men. He said it was buried. Now let me see if I can remember. Oh yeah, he said it was buried near the lone palm tree. From the palm, you need to walk 5 paces to the east and then start digging. Too bad we can't do anything about it, muses the other mouse. Well, those 5 steps to the east is something to remember, but that treasure chest is nothing more but a nice thing to have, but it has no meaning for the game whatsoever. I see that the mice are not really willing to spill more information right now. And now they aren't even there. Let's see. Well, now they are there again. Do you know where the pirates are taking us? One grey mouse asked the other. I heard them talking about a buried treasure chest, said the other mouse. I think it's buried on the beach, and they are going to dig it up. Oh, I remember, squeaks the first mouse. Remember when they first buried the treasure? It was on a small beach, and behind the beach was a high mountain range. I remember hearing one pirate say that nobody ever crossed those mountains alive. Well, then I will be the first one to do it, because I need to cross those mountains in order to get home. Now the mice aren't there. Now they are there. Have they anything more to say? You listen as the two mice talk to each other. One says, I heard the pirates were talking about bringing a cat on board. No, don't scare me like that, exclaimed the other mouse. Retorts the first, I mean it. They said there's getting to be too many mice on this ship. We need to call a mouse council and decide what to do about the situation. Well, I think the mice have said most of the stuff. Yeah, I don't think any more will come from them. Well, it doesn't really matter. Let's save the game here. And let's have a small look at the magic map as it shows how far I am. Basically, this is Ludor, where I came from, and this is Daventry, where I'm going to. Now, like I said, this takes approximately half an hour. And I'm not going to waste any more of your time on that one. So I will just skip ahead and then resume. So, abracadabra, put time forward. Well, and after waiting a long time, you can hear this land ho, Captain. Now that is a moment to definitely make a save game. I should not act yet, as there is still a bit more to happen. You can also see that on the map, that the ship has not yet reached the shore. Of course, once they do, I must do something else before leaving the ship. Well, I'll be sorry. It can take a few minutes before they yell that. Yeah, it is very, very, shall we say, annoying, boring. There is nothing to do in that time. Perhaps they really should have put in a skip time feature in or something. Oh, almost there. Once they hit the shore, they will drop the anchor. And that will also be announced. So as soon as the anchor drop is being announced, the time to come to action has come. And of course, if I didn't take care of the wizard already, then he would have appeared by now and probably have killed me for carrying forbidden items. Although I don't know for sure if getting on board this ship was already an offense that would get me killed on its own. But that doesn't matter. As you could see, I'm very close to the shore now. Two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 50. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and the anchor is about to be dropped. And now, let's get ready to rumble. As your sleep spell takes effect, a silence suddenly descends over all the ship. Now I must be careful, as one false move and I will fall off the ladder, and a wrong fall could kill me. Well, I'm glad I didn't get myself killed. Ah. And basically, I have to jump off the ship now. However, there's a shark down there, and yes, it will eat me. Which is very, very fucking annoying. Of course, I can try this. It did. How far do I have to swim? Yeah, well, basically that. And now suddenly I did get onto the land. Welcome to Daventry! Oh no, not again. One of those nice nasty pirates is here on the beach. I would like to capture you. You'd better run. But mostly it's gone now. Now from the palm tree. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You uncovered a small chest. You remove it from the hole and open it. Inside you find precious gems and ingots of gold and silver. You close the chest and take it and its contents with you. Well, I don't need the chest at all. And well, now we are going into the place that King's Quest games have always been infamous for. Mountain passes. Maybe this game even more than the others. Now if I get a wrong step here, then it will only be a cuckoo, cuckoo, cuckoo. But that is soon going to change. Because one false step here, and I'm dead. Basically, they could have done much more with this part. Ah, yes. It works automatically. Now this is a rather dangerous spot, as here I can get myself an encounter with the abominable snowman. But by turning myself into an eagle. The abominable snowman seems quite confused by this. He stares in amazement, then heads back to his cave. The urge to fly and soar has left, so you head for what you hope is a safe place to land. Bravely, you grasp the ice-laden rocks and attempt to scale every vertical wall. Be careful, Gwydion. You congratulate yourself on successfully eluding the abominable snowman. Yeah, but it's not over yet. Still some dangerous climbing to do, and one cave will get me out of another. Yes, there I am. And of course, one false move. And the Grim Reaper is there to take me for it. Now I wonder how I could fall down against a stone wall. But computer game logic is not always the same as reality. Well, some more climbing. Almost out of there. Yes. And this is the exit. Yeah, I do like to save. It did happen a few times that I got immediately killed here. Well, the hard work when it comes to the mountain is done now. But I should not be careless. As even in this spot I can get myself killed. And that tree blocking my view isn't really helping. You made it! Now I'm going to make a fall anyway. Well, let's explore the land a bit, shall we? This pit plays an important role in King's Quest 1. As well as this old man, if I am correct. He speaks directly to the old gnome. He chuckles softly to himself and then replies, It's about time you got here, lad. I mean, Prince Alexander. Welcome home. Heaven knows we need you. Daventry's been suffering for years now since that despicable dragon came. The old gnome narrows his eyes to slits and then leans forward in his chair. That monster demanded the sacrifice of your poor sister, Princess Rosella. And I'm afraid time is running out. Your parents, the king and queen, are suffering such grief that they've locked themselves in yon castle and refuse to see anyone. Staring intently at you, the gnome goes on. It's up to you, Alexander. Your country and family need you. It's written in the wind. The wizened gnome relaxes and settles back in the chair. He begins whistling again. Well, here is the castle, but it is completely locked. Basically, there is one more thing left to do, and that is to free Princess Rosella. My sister. Twin sister, to be exact. Yes, you can also climb these stairs in King's Quest 1. It feels strangely hot up here. However, if I remember correctly, in King's Quest 1 there's a giant waiting for you here. Here it will be the dragon, but let's rub the ointment on me. So the dragon won't see me. Yeah, this is all stated in the recipe. Bolts of lightning strike the huge dragon. He howls in pain and falls to the ground, dead. Your magic spell is wearing off. Help me! Untie me! Princess Rosella screams. The girl is securely tied to the stake. You rapidly untie Princess Rosella from the wooden pole. She looks bewildered as to who her benefactor may be. I'm your long-lost brother, Prince Alexander, you proudly exclaim. The girl looks doubtful. I'll explain it all later, you continue, realizing that now is not the time for this. Just follow me. Let's go to meet the folks. With mixed emotions, the girl agrees to follow you. Bashfully, you introduce yourself to your long-lost sister. How can I be sure you are really my brother? Princess Rosella wonders. I know. My brother always said that Alexander had a cute birthmark on his bottom. Let me see if you have it. Embarrassed, you reveal your cute birthmark. Oh, Alexander, she cries. You really are back. Mom and Dad will be so happy. You ask Rosella about your parents. Mom and Dad were heartbroken when you disappeared as a baby, she explains. Dad searched everywhere for you. Obviously, never found you. Pausing, she looks questioningly. By the way, where have you been? You explain that you have been living with an evil wizard in the land of Ludor, and that you turned him into a cat by using his magic. How awful for you, she exclaims. Well, I'm so glad you're back. You ask Princess Rosella to tell you about Daventry. She replies, Hard times hit Daventry right after you were kidnapped. Mom and Dad tried, but it was like they had lost their will. Clenching her fist, Rosella continues, We were down on our guard, and the terrible dragon came. We all thought it was the end. I was scared, your sister answers. But I did want to be brave. I was hoping my sacrifice might somehow help. She brightens a bit. Maybe it did. Because of me, you came. Now we are together again, and together we can put Daventry right. You comment upon the spoiled scenery of Daventry. Princess Rosella looks disgusted as she replies, The dragon did all that. He burned our countryside, and we were all terrified to even come out of our houses. You don't remember, but it used to be very beautiful. You and Princess Rosella engage in idle pleasantries. You discover that your sister is not only beautiful, but also very strong-willed and brave. You admire that in a woman. Princess Rosella is gorgeous. Why, you'd be interested in her if she weren't your own sister. Her hair is long, silky and golden. Her eyes are as blue as the bluest sky. Her skin is creamy white, and her body embarrass you, clear your throat and avert your eyes. Well, let's save the game once more, as these stairs can be deadly, and Rosella following me around can sometimes. Of course, this game is not using a Dijkstra or A-star pet finding routine, causing Rosella sometimes to walk around randomly. And well, going north from here will basically finish the game. You did it, Your Majesty! The gnome squealed in delight. I knew you could save us all. King Graham and Queen Valenice will be overjoyed to see you two. He claps his gnarled hands. I must run ahead to announce your arrival. The gnome spryly scampers towards the castle. The castle doors are wide open to welcome home a long missing son and a much loved daughter. Atop the castle, the banners proudly wave. The heavy feeling of oppression is gone. Hope has at last returned to Daventry. You nervously enter the throne room with your sister, Princess Rosella. Before the twin thrones stand your parents, King Graham and Queen Valenice. Graham and Valenice are overjoyed to see you. Alexander, where have you been all these years? Your mother exclaims. As your father, I'm so proud of both of you. What a joyous family reunion. You are home at last. King Graham points to the mirror. That was once a magic mirror, son, he says sadly. But it has been clouded ever since the night you disappeared from your cradle. Oh, it's restored now! Wow! Before your astonished eyes, the magic mirror clears and shines anew, with brilliant clarity. Queen Valenice cries in delight. The terrible dragon is dead, our children are home, and the future looks bright for us all. Well, I wouldn't be happy too early, Valenice, because I know what is going to happen next, but you won't see that in this video. King Graham lovingly retrieves his adventurer head with the red feather. With emotion he tells you, Alexander Rosella, this is the old hand that I have been through a lot. This old hat and I have been through a lot together. Now it's time. He had a new traveling companion, and he flings it into your direction. Up and up it gently arcs. You raise your hands to catch it, and so does Princess Rosella. And down it comes, nearer and nearer. And exactly basically at that point will the story end, as that is exactly the same point when King's Quest IV, The Perils of Rosella, will take over the story. That's why I said that Queen Valentine shouldn't be happy too soon. But I can tell you that something terrible is about to happen in King's Quest IV. And then Rosella will have to take care of the trouble at hand. I don't know King's Quest IV as well as I do this game. I did finish it a few times, but I really want to finish it a few more times before I can record it in a video. So no promises there yet. Anyway, let's, well, there will be a little closing story. Yes, congratulations on your successful completion of King's Quest III. We hope you had enjoyed playing it as much as we enjoyed creating it for you. And basically I can say thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed watching it as much as I enjoyed playing the game while recording this video and talking like a headless chicken, or so we say in Dutch. May adventuring continue with King's Quest IV. Yes, well, that will certainly be the case. Anyway, this is the end of King's Quest III, end of this video. See you another time. Bye!